Yo, what's going on, guys? Too Limited here. So today we're going to be talking about Season 3 Reloaded, more specifically the new 80s Action Heroes event that comes out next Thursday on May 20th. So from the teasers seen from Call of Duty in the past 5 days, we obviously know that Rambo is a new operator coming out next week with the mid-season update, as well as the John McClane operator, who was the character Bruce Willis played in Die Hard, as we've seen evidence of this teased on Call of Duty social media. So it's kind of uncertain as to whether or not these characters are going to come in a bundle in the store, or if we're going to unlock them through the actual event in Warzone by doing Warzone and Cold War challenges, kind of similar to the Adler skin we got in the Hunt for Adler. Now, I would say they're probably going to sell them in the store, or at least one of the operators could be a store bundle. I'm thinking they'll have Rambo possibly for the Warzone event, and John McClane as the operator for a special one in the shop. Or perhaps we're going to see different skins for these characters because they had multiple movies. It could be the main skins for the Warzone event for John McClane and Rambo, and we could see special skins and other items for them in the item shop. Now, I think it'd be kind of neat if they were in the item shop because I feel like we'd get more items to pay homage to the movies, such as you could have Rambo with his M60, have a special knife for him. Honestly, it might be better if they are in the shop because Treyarch will see the good response that the event caused and how many people bought the skin if it's popular, which I know it will be. And they might be more enticed to make other events for 80s action heroes or 90s action heroes or some other cool event like that. And it'll also give them the money to pay for the legal expenses for, trademarking and copyrighting the Rambo name and Die Hard franchise name and whatnot. There were also rumors that a Terminator skin was coming out as well, but there haven't been any teasers yet. Now, I'm definitely all for the Terminator skin, especially because Terminator 2 is one of my personal favorite movies. However, this is going to be the Terminator 1 skin because Terminator 1 is from the 1980s and Terminator 2 and subsequent Terminators are from the 1990s and so on. With that being said, I think if they're doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger skin for the Terminator, they can get away with an operator skin from his Commando movie when he plays John Matrix. Now, this skin kind of fits better in my opinion because it's somewhat realistic instead of having a cyborg from the future with a Terminator skin. Now, if we're not worried about realism or anything, I would pick the Terminator any day, but if we're going for realism, which I don't think Treyarch does too often, they could definitely do the Commando skin because it lines up with all the other operators being special forces and whatnot. So if they're going to be adding any major 80s heroes at a game or operators, I think it isn't too far-fetched for them to add characters from other movies such as Lethal Weapon, where maybe we could see Riggs or Murtaugh as operators, which are played by Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. Since John McClane's a cop, it would make sense to add these two characters or one of these characters as well because they fall into the same category as John McClane. They could also maybe add Jean Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport, since in the movie his character he portrayed was Frank Dukes, and Frank Dukes was in the military. Now, this also lines up because Frank Dukes is actually a real person who served in the Marines and fought overseas and supposedly in covert missions. Another mention I think would be neat to have as an operator could be Steven Seagal. Even though most of his movies are in the 1990s, he has a movie in 1988 called Above the Law, and in this movie he portrays a Chicago cop. And since they're already adding John McClane, who's a cop, this would also fall in line to the same category as Lethal Weapon characters as well as Steven Seagal from this movie. Now, these characters mentioned from Lethal Weapon, Bloodsport, and Commando are just speculation that I could see them adding because it just makes sense in my eyes. As well as a profit standpoint, I would definitely see a lot of people buying these characters. And I think maybe for part 2 of the 1980s action heroes, if the first one's a success, they'll definitely continue doing stuff like this in the future. But keep in mind that definitely the Rambo and John McClane skins are coming out, but I'm not too sure about the Terminator. Now, let me know what action heroes you're excited to possibly see down the road in the comments, and if you're going to be playing this event this week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.